So over a year ago, I made this video talking about season 1 of the Devil May Cry anime and how I thought it was terrible. I'm pretty sure this was the most popular video made about this show. I was so utterly disappointed when this show first came out. You don't even know. In the months before the show came out, the showrunner slash director kind of named Shankar reached out to me and he hyped the show up to me like crazy, dude. I really thought it was going to be something special, and I made a whole bunch of videos defending it from people that were criticizing it before the show even came out. And some people in my Discord came up with the idea of starting a petition to get me like some type of small voice acting role in the show. It got thousands and thousands of signatures, which is kind of crazy. So I became somewhat involved with this and I was super excited for it to come out. Then when the show came out, it was just like actually garbage. Addy had lied to me and pretty much everybody else on the internet about what this show actually was going to be and what was going to happen in it. He said he wasn't going to change anything about the show and that this was just going to be some kind of adaptation, and that he wasn't going to change anything about the characters, like Lady, for example, and he was just going to show more of their backstory that like wasn't explored yet. But then the show comes out and it's like some completely different like Elseworld story spin-off, and it's horrible. After season 1 of the show came out, and then my video did right after, the show started to get a lot of criticism, and Addy didn't handle this professionally at all and basically just started whining on Twitter about it. An old clip from a podcast resurfaced where in the clip Addy was talking about how when he learned that Devil May Cry 5 was going to come out, he was actually upset because he wanted to have the credit for bringing back this series and like reviving it, and he wanted to like be the face of the series.
I got actually unhappy when they so I signed the deal and I'm like, yeah, great, I'm doing it. And then they're like, good news, we have Devil May Cry 5 coming out.
Were you hoping to play it before doing your adaptation? Is that what you're saying? Or you just...
No, I actually thought the franchise was dead.
Oh, I got you.
This was my thing. Like I liked Dino Crisis. I
see.
And I thought I was bringing this thing back, and I'm like, oh, this is like a modern fucking thing. Like this is ongoing. Then I should have done Street Fighter.
Did he actually mean what he said right here, or did he just like poorly word himself, wanting to say that if he knew this show was coming back, he would have rather put his attention elsewhere to a show that needed it? I have absolutely no idea. There was an article that got made about this podcast that got like over 100,000 views, if I remember correctly, and Addy like tried to like lie and say that he never actually said that, and started whining on Twitter even more, to the point where he started like getting community noted by Twitter itself and started basically turning himself into some kind of like lolcow laughing stock. And this is why, if you notice, I don't really associate with him anymore and don't really like talk or reach out to him unless it's like a troll or like for a meme or something. It's no secret that the reason Addy was hired to make this Devil May Cry anime for Capcom was because of his work on another anime that was adapting a video game called Castlevania. I'm the only one in my friend group who hasn't actually seen this show, but according to them and basically everybody else who's seen it, this show is amazing. And this is the project that basically put this dude on the map and made him popular. But what's interesting about this though is, to this day, we don't actually know what Addy did on this show, like what his job was or what he actually even contributed to. And whenever he's asked, he seems to give a different answer.
I personally am just curious too, what was your actual involvement with Castlevania? What, like, did you help get it going? What did you do?
Castlevania was interesting because, I mean, I would argue those are not the 4 things that I'm most known for, right? I think maybe that's some weird internet algorithm that's like putting...
Totally could agree with that one,
right?
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't think anyone on this planet associates me with Lone Survivor.
Mm-hmm. But anyway,
that's still a problem with the algorithm, right?
I'm sure, yeah.
Problem with the algorithm. And honestly, that Power Rangers short film.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Netflix's Castlevania show, I had read that it was in development hell for a few years before you came on. What kinds of things did you do, like at the outset, to kind of get things on track?
Kind of came out of nowhere, and I remember I was eating breakfast somewhere close to where I live, and I look up, and one of my favorite Netflix executives, actually my favorite Netflix executive, was sitting right next to him, and he's like, "Addy, your trailer, I'm like, what? Those numbers are insane."
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool.
So we don't have any idea what he actually did on Castlevania because he won't tell us. So let's look through what he did in Season 1 and do a quick little story recap. The brief little summary synopsis of Season 1's story is this. 2,000 years ago, there was a powerful demon guy named Sparta who, through a ritual, put up this giant wall to separate the people of Earth from the demons from Hell. And sometimes these demons cross over from Hell into the human world and cause a whole bunch of problems. One of the characters is this rabbit man who wants to take down this wall and allow the demons to come into the human world, because it turns out that a lot of these demons from Hell are actually good people and they're only trying to come to Earth because the place where they live is way too dangerous to live in because there's toxic air and there's other more evil demons that kill and slaughter all of them. So the United States government controls this elite organization called Darkcom, which is made up of these super soldiers basically that are trained to fight these demons. And after this rabbit character is defeated, the United States government starts attacking this other world and blowing it up with bombs. Yeah, this show has like a lot of political allegories and a lot of political messaging. Addy took a lot of his political beliefs in real life and injected them into the plot of this show. And I think that that's my biggest criticism of season 1 is the fact that it's so political. They literally took like a video game where Dante like jumps around and like attacks people, and it's like this, he's like this funny goofy character, and they took that and like made the entire plot of the show a political allegory for immigration. There's demons from hell that want to come from Earth, but there's a big wall that's stopping them from coming in, and there's a character that's trying to take down the wall because it's wrong, because the demons only want to come here because the place they live is dangerous. Like, what the fuck? I want to highlight episode 6 of Devil May Cry. It's a mostly non-verbal episode until the end, and it deals in political allegories with the plight of demonic refugees. Devil May Cry was loud and in your face. My show captured that. Episodes 1 to 5 are a Hollywood blockbuster from 1997 to 2003. It's The Crow, it's Underworld, it's Bad Boys. Take the volume from a 10 to something that'll blow out the speakers, but I like playing in contrast. Sometimes you can make the loudest statement with no words. If you look at the Parkland shooting, there was a big rally around it, and maybe this inspired it. Everyone was giving speeches, but one student got on the stage and said nothing for 5 minutes. In a form of speeches and activism, the silence said the most. When you're a kid dealing with chaos, it's loud. I wanted you to feel for these characters. Any good villain, any human being, is the hero of their story. There's logic and narrative justifying them. They don't go, I'm gonna go do villainy. They're going, I'm the hero. I wanted to put you in the shoes of the White Rabbit. There's that quote, walk a mile in someone's shoes, you become them. Coupling that with the idea that trauma is an imprint, a fracture in time, something the psyche never stops trying to mend. When a part of the child dies through heartbreak, the adult self is sentenced to an unending quest to reclaim what was lost. That shapes them in ways they may not understand. Dude, it's Devil May fucking Cry. It's a beat-em-up action game. Like, why? Alright, so it's been almost 10 minutes now, and we haven't even started talking about season 2 of the show because I just had so much like lore. There's so much lore here and backstory that I had to get out of the way first. But let's talk about season 2, right? Let's talk about what my least favorite thing is in season 2, right? It's not the politics this time. My least favorite thing about this is the realization that I am not the target demographic for the show. Me, a 21-year-old male who plays video games. I'm not the target demographic. This show is not for me. At least it feels that way. Besides the actual plot, which, like, do I even have to talk about it? We'll talk about it later. Besides the actual plot itself, the thing that gets the most attention in this show is a romantic subplot between Dante and Lady. Constantly other characters make comments to Lady about how they notice that she's infatuated with him and that she has a crush on him. Lady dreams about a future with Dante and struggles to accept her feelings for him, and it takes up like so much bandwidth in the show. They end up kissing multiple times and even sleeping together, and it's like, why is this given so much attention? Why is this? Why is so much time in this show given to a romantic subplot between Dante and Lady? What makes it even worse is that them being in love doesn't even make any sense, because it's like Dante completely forgets that this woman completely stabbed him in the back in season 1 and betrayed him, and threw away the entire friendship that they built and all the trust they had in each other, and allowed him to be captured by Darkcom. Dante doesn't even reference this, I think. Like, I don't even remember. He doesn't fucking care, it seems. This is the worst show of all time. Oh my god. I just don't understand, like...
That's the only thing that stops you.
What the fuck is this? This is literally not for us. This
He's on his
is
knees score.
He's on his fucking. This show is not for us.
What else is there?
What the fuck is this? What is this? This is so retarded.
Hold on, bro. Look. Dude.
This is so retarded.
So look, so that happens and watch.
The medaglia is inside.
Unquestionably. Someone went to a very gratifying amount of trouble to hide it from me.
It's when they like wake
Only a
up.
few men with
Look.
that kind of...
Right there. Look, he's like shirtless, like in the
Naked. They're naked. What
They're
the fuck?
Yeah. So they fucked, bro. See, they did. See.
This is the stupidest show. This is the worst show ever. Oh my god, this is so bad. Why?
Yeah. See, they did.
Yeah, he was naked. Like, yeah, this is so
Yeah,
stupid.
they were. Yeah.
This is the worst thing like ever. In the games, it's not like this at all. In Devil May Cry 3, Dante tries to like playfully flirt with Lady like twice, I think, and she rejects him both times. And after that point, it seems like Dante and Lady's relationship is purely professional. But even if they did end up getting into some kind of relationship and falling in love with each other, it would make more sense in the games than it does here because Lady doesn't literally give Dante a reason to hate her. This whole romantic subplot being given this much attention in screen time and dialogue just makes me wonder who this show is actually even for. Is this show for women on Tumblr who like fucking write those weird fan fictions and ship the characters together? Is this show for them? Because it's not for people like me. It's not for us. We didn't want this. You guys wanted this. Oh my god, he's so hot.
Well, I'm not.
Okay, clear your room. Alright, so basically...
I will.
Splinter, you ever feel like this show isn't made for us? Like, we're not the target demographic?
I'm starting to think you're right, okay?
It's not for us.
It's not. I don't think so.
Especially after the whole romance subplot. I'm watching it and I'm like, wait, this is for like those guys. You know those guys.
Those guys, yeah.
Those guys. Yeah, you know, those like fanfic writers. Those like fucking fan artists on Twitter and Tumblr. What the fuck are you doing, bro? What? I don't know. It just sucks watching something and you feel like it's not for you. You know?
Yeah.
It's just the worst.
I'm just wondering when 9/11 will happen in the DMC universe. It's gotta happen at some point.
9/11 was when they fucking smashed.
Exactly. See? They thought it was airplanes, but in reality, it was Dante's big ass cock, just like. Never mind.
It's like, is that your rebellion, or are you just happy to see me? Why don't instead of pulling that devil trigger, I pull down them pants?
Yeah. I'm about to show you my real stinger, okay?
Let me show you my real stinger. You know, how about we kick this into overdrive? I can't think of any action scenes I really liked. I guess when like, damn, I can't think of any. Like, you know when Dante, okay, you know when Dante and Virgil fight in Washington, D.C.
That's exactly what I was gonna say too.
I like
10
seconds. I like 10 seconds of that fight, and the reason why is because Virgil does like his aerial rave thing. That's the only time a character in the entire show has done a move from the game. I'm pretty sure.
That's true. And then, I don't... Wait, did Virgil ever use Judgment Cut?
No.
He used to, like... No?
No.
Oh, shit, you're right, he did.
He did it. Do you remember when he did? No.
No?
Did he ever, like, rapid slash or fucking void slash? No. Did he ever summon his doppelganger? No. Did he ever? No. He didn't do anything.
He like used his swords once. Right, you make yourself a good video. I'm working on mine too, so.
All right, I'm gonna fucking beat you, bitch. Mine's gonna be out first.
Yeah. Well, it probably is. I'm writing a script for it, of course.
Fuck writing scripts. You just fucking talk. You don't need that.
No.
You're fucking gay. Gay people write scripts. Real men just talk.
Really?
All right, fuck you.
That actually makes a lot of sense. That makes sense. Fair enough. All right, I'll see you around my lover. I'll see you around.
Alright, bye, Pookie. And then fuck that guy. Piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Besides the garbage romance shit with Dante and Lady, there is also some other characterization issues. The first one being that Dante, just like in season 1, is not in this show at all. I'd even argue that he's in this show less than season 1, but I don't actually feel like going into the show and like timing it. That would just take too much effort. But just take it from me, okay? From my intuition, Dante was barely in the show at all. The show isn't about him, just like in season 1, except it's worse because it seems like he has even less screen time, less dialogue, and less to do. Dante isn't even in the first episode. He doesn't appear until halfway through the second episode. Like, it's crazy. You turn on a Devil May Cry TV show and you don't see Dante for 50 minutes. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Lady still acts the exact same. She curses every single sentence just like in season 1. But there's like this cute moment, or supposed to be cute moment, with this little girl towards the end of the show where like she's told that cursing is bad, and it's just stupid. Lady's character doesn't really change at all. She gets a small amount of character growth in the fact that she learns that Darkholm is bad and like betrays Darkholm to like work with Dante, and it's like, all right, cool. Like I guess one character has some character growth here, but you know, I would have rather that attention been put onto Dante, you know, the character that the show and the games are actually about. Virgil gets a ton of screen time and a ton of attention put on him in this show. Not as much as Lady, but he still gets more screen time than Dante. And he's like absolutely fucking stupid. Like, he's just retarded. His whole thing is that the demons that came to attack his house and who killed his mom when he was a kid, it turns out those demons weren't actually demons that worked for Mundus. They were like working for Argisax or like some other rival faction, and they were torturing Virgil. So Mundus ended up saving Virgil from those demons that were torturing him, and then gives Virgil the Yamato. And because of that, Virgil works for Mundus and like feels like he's like indebted to him or something and must work for him. But it turns out that Mundus was just manipulating Virgil, and the way things went down were the way that we thought. It was Mundus's fault, and he lied to Virgil about it. At the end of the show, Argisax gets defeated, and Virgil turns a new leaf, deciding that he wants to be the king and the ruler of the demon world and the human world, and like kicks Dante out of the demon world back to Earth to fight Mundus by himself. And if this is anything like Devil May Cry 3, then Virgil is going to lose this fight and then be turned into Nello Angelo. So he's going to just be a servant of Mundus again, even though he already did that already. So it's like, where is Virgil's character even going? He's made no progress. He was a servant of Mundus. He broke out of it and was able to like work and like do actions for himself and helped Dante. And then he just went back to being Mundus' servant again. It's like, what the fuck was even the fucking point? It's meaningless. And then on top of that, we have all this stupid fucking pandering, right? 5 minutes into the first episode, Jester, who is, yeah, he's in this show, he materializes this plastic chair for absolutely no other reason other than for like people that know the plastic chair Virgil means to like point at it and just gawk. He just summons the chair and sits in it, and then the shots like keep showing off the plastic chair, like so you can't miss it. Like the chair becomes the focal point of the shots, and it's just like, whatever, dude. Like, I guess, bro. So that was the characterization. One issue from season 1 that wasn't fixed. Let's move on to the next issue. Power scaling. Just like in season 1, Dante and Virgil, but like especially Dante, are drastically nerfed from how powerful they are in the games. Like, I shit you not, Fedora Hat Virgil from Devil May Cry Reboot would literally be able to 2v1 these guys. These guys are so fucking weak, it's insane. It just sucks seeing things happen to these characters that would absolutely never happen if they were as powerful as they were in the games. And I know there's going to be like one fucking retard that says some shit like, oh, well, these are the younger versions of these characters. And it's like, no, that's fucking stupid, because in Devil May Cry 3, Dante was younger than he was in this game. He's literally like 18 or 19 in that game, and he can control his devil trigger just fine. And he can do insane shit like teleport and freeze time and like summon doppelgangers of himself and all this cool shit that this version of Dante can't do, and we never see him do, and he's just not powerful enough to pull off. And anyway.
couldn't animate him cutting a table, so he cut it.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say anything. But they couldn't animate it. So they
couldn't do it, so.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I smiled. I saw it and smiled. Like.
We couldn't do it.
Okay, dude. Sure. Dude.
We couldn't do it.
They couldn't animate that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like I thought you like do that when he's like cutting a human up, not a fucking table.
Oh my god, dude. They throw like a fucking plate at him and it's like ding 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 ding. Like they don't want to animate it. So they put little lines on the screen. The Yamato can cut through anything.
Right,
the Yamato can cut through any form of matter.
Yeah, fucking right, dude.
The Yamato can cut through any form of matter. How? This is the worst show of all time. Like, this is horrible! Virgil can move, like, at the speed of light. I don't know why.
Rock hurts him.
And on top of that, a rock hurts him. Yeah, okay. This show has a lot of music. A lot of licensed music. And you guys know how I feel about licensed music. It's one of my pet peeves, like when a show or movie includes licensed music that doesn't even fit the scene at all. When a licensed song is used in a good film, it's usually because the director or like whoever was like writing out that scene had that song in mind from the beginning. And it's usually because that song represents something in the movie or like fits a vibe or like it represents like one of the characters in the lyrics or has something to do with the show itself. None of the music in this show is anything like that at all. It's just licensed rock music. And I want you to just like, you might like these songs like in real life outside of this because these songs are very popular. But I want you to just look past that fact and just understand like, try to think, why were these songs selected for these scenes? The Devil May Cry games don't have this problem at all. A lot of the music, especially the main battle themes in those character or the time and place that the theme plays for. Bury the Light, Subhuman, Devil Trigger, these are songs where if you actually look at the lyrics, they're about the characters and they represent them. These songs all obviously still exist and can be used in this show, and a few of them are, but they were used completely ignoring what the song is even singing about and what the song even means or represents. Shall Never Surrender, Devil Trigger, these are songs that were made and are about Nero. If you actually look at the lyrics and look at it, it's talking about Nero. These are songs about specifically Nero accepting who he is, and through that acceptance and belief in himself, gaining new power and finally letting it out, and using all of his frustration and anger and the darkness that's within him to make something positive and do good. And Addy just takes this song, Devil Trigger, and just makes it play when Dante goes into Devil Trigger. It's like, oh, well, the song's called Devil Trigger, and he's in Devil Trigger, so play the Devil Trigger song. It's like, no, you fucking retard. Let me ask you this, right? Because I know there's a lot of people that are going to defend this, because it's like, oh, but that's fire, dude. They used to let the bodies hit the floor when Virgil was fighting those guys. That's fire. What are you talking about? Okay, what does this song, what does the Drowning Pool song have to do with Devil May Cry Netflix Virgil? Right? Nothing. What does Bury the Light have to do with DMC 5 Virgil? Like, everything. The song is about him. The lyrics are written about him. Songs aren't just thrown in because the director thought that you would like that song and think it's cool if it played. In Devil May Cry, the songs are almost always used as a plot device to like convey what's on characters' minds, what they're thinking, what their goals are, and to represent them. It's the same thing with a game like Metal Gear Rising. Like, imagine like you go to fight fucking Jetstream Sam and Drowning Pool, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor plays. It's like, okay, like what the fuck does this have to do with Jetstream Sam? Like he has a song in that game that's like written for him, that's like about him. You just can't defend this. I won't let anyone defend this and say that it's good when fucking Drowning Pool plays, when Virgil is like fighting people. Like it's just fucking cringy. It will always be cringy and it's just not fucking good. And this is why. A lot of people like the Devil May Cry anime, and I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's because a lot of people just have not played the games and don't have anything to compare this to, so they think it's incredible. Devil May Cry 5 sold 10 million copies, and out of all of those 10 million that are PC players, only 17% of them beat the game on Devil Hunter mode. Out of 100 people that downloaded this game on Steam, 17% of them beat the game. I know there's going to be some people that are going to be like, oh, well, this is just PC. Like, you're not accounting for console, but I'm pretty sure it's the same ratio. Are people that play games on consoles like a different breed of humans? Like, I don't think so. It's probably exactly the same. 17% of you people have beaten this game, let alone actually learned how to even play it, let alone having even done a single enemy step in their fucking life. But yet all of you guys are experts. All of you know exactly what you're talking about, and nobody is a LARPer. If the hundreds of thousands of people who like this show play the games, then where are you? Why does this game peak at 500 players per day, the same day that I post a Devil May Cry video and it gets 100,000 views in 12 hours? Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people watch my videos every day, but still, the game never, ever goes above 500 peak players per day unless some huge event happens like the anime coming out. And even then, it only peaks like at 2,000. It stays like that for like 3 days and then it plummets back down to 500 again. I watch it, I know. Nobody's a LARPer. Everybody knows what they're talking about. Everybody plays the games. They all insist that the anime's good, but yet 17% of everyone who downloaded it beat the game. And out of the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that watch my videos on the daily, only like 500 of you played the game that day. The majority of you people that are saying that this anime is good do not play the games. That's just Devil May Cry 5. The numbers for all of the other games are so low that there's no point in even bringing them up. You think people are really playing DMC4 or playing the reboot? They're fucking not. If all of you hundreds of thousands, millions of people that like this anime played the games, it would show. All of you people that are defending this show on Twitter, and when asked saying, yeah, I play the games, most of you are fucking lying. Most of you didn't even beat the fucking game on the easiest difficulty, and even if you did, you most likely fucking suck and went through the whole game just spamming Stinger, not even switching styles or weapons. If you're defending this show and saying it's good, and then I'm like, well, do you play the games? And you're like, yeah, it's literally more probable that you're fucking lying rather than telling the truth. And I've told this to people, and what they'll do is like, they'll like use this tactic to try to manipulate and twist around what you're saying into being like, oh, so like, you're saying that those people aren't real fans? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm fucking saying. If you don't play the games, you're not a fan of the fucking game. You're a fan of the show. You're a fan of the show. You're not a fan of the games if you have not fucking played them. And am I an NBA basketball fan if I don't fucking watch NBA basketball? No, I'm not. Am I a fucking skateboarding fan if I don't own a fucking skateboard? I'm fucking not. I'm a fucking LARPer. That's exactly what I'm saying. And people will try to twist that like, oh, you're gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is different. Gatekeeping is if I didn't want you to play the games. I do want you to play the game. I do want you to be a part of this community. I do want you to be a fan of this shit. But you're fucking not. You're not a fan of something that you don't fucking do. Am I an NBA basketball fan if I do not watch NBA basketball? I'm not a fucking NBA basketball fan. And if I tell somebody that I am, I'm fucking lying because I don't do that. I'm not about that. I'm fucking lying to that person. I'm LARPing. Gatekeeping is stopping somebody from trying to become a fan of something. I'm not. I want you to be. I've made over 1,000 videos about these games. I've made guides like trying to teach people like how to combo and like how to do cool shit. Like I want people to be a part of this and I'm not trying to gatekeep them out of it. But when I say that the reason people like this show is because they haven't played the games and have nothing to compare it to, I'm telling the fucking truth. You can look at the stats. And if you don't want to accept that, then you're just wrong. I don't know what it is about Twitter, but people on that platform get so fucking weird and toxic and uptight about the topic of like the Devil May Cry Netflix series. And they get like really nasty and really toxic and really like aggressive about it. And I literally don't fucking know why. So I'm gonna try to calm this video down from here a little bit, but that's like my response to all of those fucking retards on Twitter. Now, you'll notice that I haven't talked about the plot of this show. And the reason why is because it doesn't fucking matter. Like, to give you like the basic outline of it, it's just the same as season 1. There's a bad antagonist that needs to collect items, and he needs those items to do a ritual to open a portal to the demon world, and they have to stop him. That's the plot. But this time, instead of the White Rabbit having to get both pieces of the amulet, it's just Argisax has to collect all 4 of these like ritualistic items. That's it. I mean, is there anything even to really say? I haven't talked about the plot or the story really because there's just nothing I have to say about it that I haven't already said about season 1. It's the same thing. People have asked me, do I like this season better than season 1 or do I think it's worse? And I don't even know what to fucking tell them. It's not better better or worse than the first season. It's just exactly the same. The plot is the same. None of the issues that me and everyone else had were fixed. It's just more of the same. Every character is still horribly characterized. There's still like stupid political allegories, just different ones that aren't as egregious this time that I don't even feel like getting into and I don't even really care to talk about. There's still parts of just like shitty 3D animation that just looks like garbage. The power scaling still makes no sense, and just characters that are normal humans like a lady can just stand up to super powerful demons, the same demons that beat Dante's ass. It just logistically makes no sense. How strong are these characters? Why are Dante and Virgil nerfed so much from the games? Why are they so weak? None of these issues were fixed. It's just the same shit. Whatever rating I gave the first one, I don't even know if I even gave it a rating. Whatever it was, it's the same as this. No improvements were made. It's not better or worse. It's just more of the same. And I'm sure that's just kind of going to be like how the whole rest of the show is. If you like this show, then good for you. But just know that it could have been so much more. There were so many amazing pieces of canon material that Ade could have chose to have adapted for this anime. He could have animated Visions of V, he could have animated the Deadly Fortune novel, he could have animated the novels, the comic books, the games themselves. And if he wanted to make his own story, he could have just made it follow the Devil May Cry formula still, where Dante works in the Devil May Cry shop, gets a job where he has to go on an adventure with Lady and Trish or something, defeat bosses along the way, get new devil arms that weren't even seen in the games. You could just invent new cool ones. It could have been an improvement on the first Devil May Cry anime, which personally I think was pretty boring. He could have met new characters, went to new locations, fought new bosses and demons that were made up for the show, got new devil arms that were made up for the show. Just imagine all the characters' Devil May Cry 4 versions going on an adventure like that. You could have even made it canon and have it take place between the games like the first anime. But instead, we just got this, and it's just honestly disappointing. I don't think anything good or of substance is ever going to come from the show, like ever. And I think the best we can do is just hope for a new video game to come out and just spend our time worrying about that. So that's basically it for me. Thank you so much for watching through this whole video. I'm sorry if it was a little bit all over the place. I just couldn't go through this episode by episode in the same format I did the first video in because there's just nothing to talk about here. There's nothing here. It's just nothing. So yeah, if you want, you can join my Discord. We're closing in on 2,000 members right now, and it's a cool place you can go to hang out with me and other Devil May Cry fans and talk about like DMC and other cool games like Ninja Gaiden and like Metal Gear and shit. It's fun. Also follow me on Twitter. I just passed 10,000 followers on there, so I'm a little stoked about it. Go over there and check it out. I like repost like memes that I steal from Pinterest, so that's fun. And yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.